How you doing, everybody? I've mentioned before that not too far out away from my place, they run a checkpoint. I thought you might like to watch the checkpoint for a little while. They're running it right now. Last night I was showing where it was. I mean, basically, it's the same angle as the night shot I did, just uploaded earlier in a short. And we're just going to turn it around and let you watch. And this is a typical checkpoint in the Philippines. I haven't seen much of a difference between them, other than maybe sometimes there's an LTO officer, which will get you in more trouble and the shit ain't right. If it's usually the regular guys, they don't worry about it. But the LTO officers, if you got lighting that's not right and all that kind of good stuff, they hold your feet to the fire. And they're mostly, and they let most people drive right through. They just pick out particular people and stop them. Mostly motorbikes. All right, here we go. Hey, you get to see some more of the what vehicles are running around. And occasionally, the guys with the blue shirts show up. Most of the time, it's the you'll see the military guy down there with camos. And which I actually watched right from here, an ambulance come up here at night, going way too damn fast. And at night they don't put like blinking lights or anything. They won't have the truck sitting there with the lights blinking. And a couple of the guys there almost got run over by the ambulance. You can't even see those guys in camo after dark. If I could afford to buy them a couple safety vests, I would. But right now I can't afford to buy any. Surprised they don't give you guys safety vests at night. I mean, you go to a police stop at night, a DUI stop in the U.S., lit up like a Christmas tree, flashing lights everywhere, traffic cones all over the place. Totally different thing than here. It's really not that big a deal. If you're legal, they're just checking papers. Generally, they enforce their registration laws here through this method rather than pulling people over and busting them for registration out of date, or no registration and all that kind of stuff. You'll usually see on either side of one of these checkpoints a whole bunch of bikes and trucks and cars parked, unless there's a way around it and then nobody drives around it. Here there actually is a way around it, and most people don't know that. And they just literally randomly just stop. I've been stopped once or twice, most of the time didn't work. Oh, you notice those guys splitting the lane? Very common here. Oil painted down. The way that they flash their lights. When you're following people and they split the lane, is a royal pain in the balls, let me tell you. Because you can't pass them on either side, and they're usually going too slow. And it's just unbelievably annoying. But you have to wait forever to get past, especially on a little 175cc trike that doesn't have any balls to get up and go. Later, when I have money, I can buy a 400cc motor to put in it later on down the road, but it's 50 grand for the motor itself, or 50,000 pesos, which is like $1,000 bucks. But it's like completely fresh engine, dropping right in. Or it's supposed to be any top of Rosada or Shopee. I'm not sure which. I had the mechanic pointing one out to me. That was a roofing mechanic, or is a roofing mechanic. And it'll have enough balls to pass somebody. There's a little orange car here. They're real common. One of the cheaper cars you can buy here is Suzuki. Two-wheel drive. Plenty of room in them. There's a ride right up the road from here, the bike rental and storage outfit run by an American, and he has one there that he rents out. It's not his. It's a friend of his. He rents it out for him, and he opens the car up there. So I think it's around $20 a day. 12-hour jump from the last video, 11, 12-hour jump. By the way, we're not allowed to carry a weapon, but this guy's got himself a big machete. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning. Afternoon. Afternoon. I'm not allowed to do this. Carry the... I can't do that. Huh? Oh, for you got cows? Ah, okay. Generally what these checkpoints do, they're just checking papers. Sometimes it's a little more, like when the governor was assassinated, there was, you might have had a guy come out in normal civilian clothes and just stop you. Because if somebody runs out in front of you and tells you to stop, you stop.
Hey,
hello. The island is miles, man. Like 90% of the people here are smiling all the time. Come up on the other side. Oh, the truck is kind of blocking my damn view. Very windy down here. Not that much wind here. Not that hot. We're overcast today. It's in the high 80s, but looks like maybe they're shutting down. Checkpoint. Here comes an expat and his girlfriend, I know. Definitely not Filipino. How you doing?
Thanks. Guys are still out there. I've talked to them quite a bit. Checking that motorbike over there. More people waving. See the camera and they want to wave. Bring it out a little more. Kind of miss. A lot of times they're waving after they get past the camera. I have it zoomed out a little bit. Honking at me now. Here comes the tourist bus. Very convenient here. I live here. We got a trip to, we're looking at a trip to Manila shortly. Take care of my son's citizenship. Wife's working on it today. Paperwork is ridiculous, and she's telling me now that once we set an appointment, we got 3 days to get there. If we don't get there, we got to start over. And once you pay, you got to pay like $100 to get the damn appointment. White dog. At least 6 foot. There's tall girls here. There's not as many, but they're here. On average, it seems like 5'6" to 5 foot is typical, and then the ones under 5 foot are there too, but they're a little less than 5 to 5. And I've seen women down to, God, probably 4'5". Where are you from, man?
England.
Oh, from England. I was guessing Australia when I heard you say hello. Oh, okay.
Why are you videoing?
Yeah, I'm just shooting the checkpoint a little bit. I have a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Just showing people what a checkpoint's like. And they set this up here a couple times a day.
Really?
Yeah, they do it in the middle of the night. I seen them almost get run over one night by an ambulance. They're dressed in camo.
Yeah.
No flashing lights, no safety vests. Are you here on vacation? Or you
No, I live up the hill.
Oh, I live right here. I'm Morgan, by the way.
Steve.
Oh, okay. How long you been living here?
3 years.
Ah, how you like it? It was about a year more than me. I got here November 22. I love it here.
I was working here in Pampanga for 4 years. So I worked there and then came here.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, good meeting you.
Take care.
I run into you again. I ain't going anywhere for a couple of years. I like this house. Took me 3 months to find one as nice as this for the money. That's no lie, guys. It took me probably 3, maybe even 4 months of looking at houses every damn day, an apartment. And I definitely got it done. With a car horn, that's pretty common. They'll put a car horn on the bike. The requirement here when you pass somebody to give a toot on the horn to let people know you're coming by. It's not a blast the horn, get out of my way. It's a heads up. And if you see flashing lights, it's very different than in the U.S. It means I'm coming through, get the hell out of the way. Somewhat like Germany on the Autobahn. If you see flashing lights behind you on the Autobahn, and they might be pretty far back. It means somebody's ripping along at like 180 miles an hour and saying, get the hell out of the way. But, and trust me, I have been in Germany, driven on the Autobahn quite a bit, and yeah, you need to get out of the way. Here's like a bigger bike. Yeah, occasionally I hear some like crotch rockets come by here. The other day I heard one screaming. The guy must have been doing like 100. But it's crazy. Even out here where nuts to go any faster. Somewhere around 50 to 60K, which is 25, 30 miles an hour. 100K is 60. So 50K is 30. But out here, they don't see a lot of people going too fast. But it's a lot further outside of Dumageddon. Dumageddon, even over 40K is getting into scary territory. They drive so bad. They just pull right out in front of you. They walk right out in front of you. There's dogs, chickens, goats, pigs. Well, I haven't seen a pig in the road yet, or a cow, but it's possible. A lot of times they're tied up on the side of the road. They'll bring their cows around with a 20-foot rope on and tie them off somewhere to eat and put them somewhere else the next day. You don't see your typical farm fields here like Facebook in Marketplace, and I think it was on the next island over, where they will custom build you whatever you want. And I have run across a guy who had a Toyota pickup custom built with a custom off-road style body on the back. Before he even got here, I was sitting there waiting for him. Don't know where he had it done. It's doable. And there are some couple of shops in Dumageddon that sell bumpers and like roof tents and all kinds of add-ons for off-roading. You can get all that kind of stuff here. Maybe not as much as in the U.S., but you can get a variety of different things. They're all waving. I like being on camera here. How bumpy a chariot is. It's basically like mine, and but he's still got all the springs in it, so you can feel every little friggin' bump when they're not loaded heavy. When they're loaded heavy, it's nice. When they're not loaded heavy, oh my god. And if you're wondering about helmet laws and such, you have to wear proper footwear and you have to wear a helmet, period. You'll see lots of people go along and flip-flops without a helmet, like those two. If you're on a bike, you require to wear. On my trike, I can wear flip-flops with no helmet. Although I don't use flip-flops, I hate them. I just wear Crocs every day. Been wearing the Crocs 2 years straight here, every single day, rarely ever put on. Like my feet kind of look like he just swerved over and didn't, but he wasn't in view of the camera. He swerved because I got it zoomed out a little bit. The guy on the side of the bike. When people do stuff, you'll see it. A lot of people right now, they're on their way home from work. Rush hour here tends to be like around 3:30 out to about 5:30, 6 o'clock in Dumageddon. And out here it seems heavier around the same time, but doesn't really take much attention when it actually opens off. Back out a little bit there. Yeah, I think I can still catch people doing something. Yeah, that'll work. So far I only made a short out of the other video. Wasn't a whole lot to see at 4:30 in the morning. Shame I don't have, if I had a security camera out here, I'd be editing out all kinds of shit, I'll tell you that right now. It'd be nice to pick up on a lot of stuff. You see the load on that guy, he had a big picture frame, a roll of something across the handlebars. I've seen ladders sticking out 10 feet wide, a door going straight up, being held by the passenger, like a 2-foot wide door, 6 foot tall. Live chickens held down on bungee cords. I saw another guy, he had pieces of wood, like 4 long pieces of coconut wood. I'm glad I widened out the camera. And he's got it on his shoulder. They're like 12, 15 feet long, 3 or 4 pieces. Driving with one hand, holding the wood with the other. See 2 guys on a bike. One was dragging. The back passenger was holding on to like 4 or 5 pieces of half-inch rebar, 20 foot long. Drag it on the ground behind the bike. And you see they'll drive whatever side of the road. That's something you get used to because you don't freak out. They won't freak out if you go over there too. I find it better to kind of leave the turn signal on if I go over like that. Sometimes it's safer to go over early. But then you don't have to sit there to make sure the left turn across the road. One of the local jeepneys here. Spaghetti to San Juanito. I know, like from here to Dumaguete on Clearance bus, I think it was like 40 pesos. And actually, it gets you there pretty quick. They rip along at a decent clip. They don't screw around. When they get out there and run, they run. If they see somebody pick up, they pull over. And some places they'll just pull over and wait because there's a bus in front of them that's waiting for another bus in front of it. I guess they're not allowed to pass each other, so they pull over and wait to give everybody a shot at picking up faster than they do. There's a spot up here in Dallas that they pull over and stop. I think sometimes maybe they're changing out drivers or conductors or turning in money, whatever. I don't know. I see him do it. One of these days I'm going to have to ask him about it. Which I shouldn't, this morning when I was out here, I didn't grab a chair. I didn't want to turn off the video and I didn't want to walk away from my tripod. The other day somebody ride by on a bike and snatch it right up. I was losing a very expensive phone and a very quality tripod that my father bought 40 years ago, or maybe longer than that. Flipped it over in my bottle by about it. You can't get good shit like tripods and things here. Oh. Well, maybe you had a snorkel on that thing. You'll see trucks with snorkels on them. Big concrete truck. One of the dreaded Toyota vans. You got to watch for these guys. They're basically fast buses, express buses. They drive crazy shit. Dangerous. Oh. There was a guy I saw recently uploaded a video of one. I think he was up in Cebu trying to get to Dumaguete and got in one, and the guy got in a wreck right at the north end of Dumaguete at the where the diversion road comes into the national highway, and he ended up there was a big fight with another Filipino woman that he got dragged with. And he ended up bailing out of the thing, not paying for the ride because the guy didn't take him all the way, and jumping in a taxi and paying 1,000 pesos to get down to Dumaguete. And he was actually up basically what's called Cebu land. And I know it sounds like Cebu City, but it's spelled with an S, and it's Cebu land. I don't think it's land. I forget how to spell it, but it's not pronounced land. It's land, or Cebulan, which is just to the north of the airport, just on the outside edge of Dumaguete. Looks like the checkpoint's done. Packing it up for today, which is good. We're at a 30-minute video. That's good enough. If people like this, I'd come out and do it again. Catch yourself at rush hour when the sun's not up yet. Could be interesting, or it'll sun down just after the sun goes down. Would be maybe interesting. There we go. People clowning up to the camera. Like I said, I've never run into much of a problem with anybody expecting look how fast most of these bikes are going. They're not doing more than like 50, 40, 50. Some of these trucks, though, they go way too fast. Can't say I blame them. They probably get paid by the load. So. trying to get it there. There's one of the homemade stripes. Most of the price for haulage pigs. They're very common. I see great big fat pigs on this thing. Wide as your enemy in town. Out here is not a big deal, but in Dumageddon, oh yeah. Through Dumageddon traffic, skinny is the best thing you can find. But if you're not really good on a bike, you're better off in a car or at least a trike. Although you got to be careful on trike, you can't swerve real quick. It'll tip over. And I actually almost tipped my Chariot over when I first got it, just going into a parking lot where there was a steep angle. And bicycled it, came very close to tipping it over like the first thing I had. Chariots are very stiff suspension. This one loaded up instead of max. I think another one of the Mitsubishi vans. God, that's a devil. The Mitsubishi vans and your full-size Toyota pickups and all that, they run at least about 1.5 feet wider than a motorcycle. And there are a lot of other vehicles out there, the small Wigos and different things. Best to start with something tiny. Tinier the better. I actually like to convert my one trike into a little four-wheel car, like a little sports car, like an old British MG or something. But registration, getting it, keeping it legal would be difficult, and if I do it, there's another one I think. And those Toyota vans, they're real wide. If you have it on the road, I basically stop and making it an illegal vehicle, and basically every time I come across a checkpoint, stop and wait for it to go away. Which I'm tempted to do. A lot of people never register their vehicles here. You save yourself a lot of money. Registration costs about the same as the U.S., but for the Filipinos, it's a lot. That was a straight out dirt bike that went by. I just turned to the mountain. Noriko, it's a Chinese military truck, the yellow Noriko truck. They use those, and they use CJ3B Jeep replicas that they build here, where they're full out like a CJ3B from the US. Except maybe the motor. Put a diesel in there or something. There's a lot of them, the Toyotas you can get with a diesel in them. Diesel's the way to go here. God, windshield had a sticker in it, made it look smashed. Oh, the wind's starting to pick up. That's good. It's just on the edge of uncomfortable today. tolerable, but it'd be nice if it was a little bit cooler. We haven't been getting the rain. We got a little rain the other day. I don't think we got any today, but it seems like it wants to rain. Seen a lot of thunder strikes last night while I was out here, or this morning. Thunder flashes off in the distance, like it was raining on Sickihor. Now, the Toyota you just saw go by with they call it a Hilux here. It's Tacoma in the United States. I just told you about a pre-built Toyota with a off-road body. It just drove by. That red Toyota just drove by. This is something you don't see too often in the meantime. I thought that was a demon. I'm not. Sounded pretty good. That was definitely a Toyota. Could be the new Supra. If you get that shit here, it's kind of a waste of money, Mark, because you can't really get on it here. You can't. I had a Vega with a small block Chevy in the U.S. Pointless here. I've seen Corvettes here. I've seen a Porsche GT3. I've seen in videos McLaren P3, one of the newer McLaren. I don't see a point to it. The roads aren't good enough. They don't mark them good enough. They put piles of dirt in the road right on a blind corner with nothing letting you know it's coming. People are going on the wrong side of the road all the fucking time, all over. Standing in the road, dogs in the road, sleeping. You just cannot have a fast car here. It's pointless. And you can get big bikes. There's Harleys available. There's big 1100cc, 1300cc. Look on Facebook Marketplace. There's a couple of Harleys on there right now. A used Sportster Harley will run you around $300,000 to $6,000. A new Harley? I don't even want to know. Alright, wait until. Great things about so far. I haven't heard really bad things about them either, but I haven't heard any good things. I drove one, didn't like the switches on it. And I really see switches on the handlebars and stuff. Mine has the same switches they were using on the bike, and on the bike switches, where you turn tail and the horn and all that. There'll be a lot of these Toyota pickups here, lots and lots of them, and they're a good vehicle to buy. Most of them are two-wheel drive, but you can get a four-wheel drive. There's Nissan, there's Mitsubishi somewhere. I have seen older Mitsubishi and Ford, lots of Ford. My mechanic tells me the best to go with here is Toyota in general for everything. As the guy who's been living here for 30 years and runs a repair shop. But there's plenty of other decent vehicles out there, just get lucky to get one.
That's unusual. He doesn't have his lights on the inlet. That's actually kind of unusual. They tend to run around with their lights on all the time. Same with the police cars. Really a bad idea. Because the sirens are so crappy. Good evening. I believe the proper in Messiah is Mayom Hapon. Mayom Muntag, that's morning. Good morning. And Mayom Hapon, I believe, is evening. But I'm not 100% sure. And the word Iluk is the armpit. The boat is the butt. I haven't really gotten through too many words yet. There's another one of the little Suzukis. They're pretty popular. You see a lot of them around. I've asked a few people that had them. They all like them. The best compromise across the board, though, is the Suzuki Jimmy, but they're pricey. They have the four-wheel drive, and now they're coming out with a 5-door, so there's a 4-door in the back. But they're running 1.6 mil, 1.8 mil for a brand new one, and you're gonna wait for it. In fact, the one guy got in a bike crash around the same time as my buddy John. He was at the hospital at the same time. Had ordered one. It hadn't come through yet. He was still riding his bike and crashed. And then got the stuff now. I've looked at it tonight. It's a 2-door, or a 3-door. And I've had GL Trackers in the U.S. They're great little trucks. They're pretty durable little vehicles. This is a Ford pickup. Oh no, that's looks like a Ford. Fords are a little cheaper than the Toyotas, about 45. Yeah, that was a Ford. That's a Ranger. Went by that gold color truck. Pajero, they're very common. And they make a Pajero Junior as well, which they make it like kind of 2 different sizes. There wouldn't be a Philippine video without a Philippine dog. He's coming up going, what the hell are you doing? There's always a dog running around loose somewhere. I don't think I've ever gone anywhere where I haven't run across a dog. It's common too, the guys with the leaves on there. I think they're bringing them home for their animals. A lot of people have cows, and mostly goats and pigs. Goats, pigs, and chicken, but about for every 10 houses with animals, one will have cows. And I usually only have 1 or 2. And they always look kind of emaciated. I don't think they get enough water or food. Beef here isn't that great. It's edible, but you'll see it advertised Angus beef. But I don't think there's a single Angus cow in the Philippines. I think some of the rules on how you label stuff here is not exactly kosher. Not sure about that. Don't quote me on it. I have no idea for sure. But it just sort of seems like they just put whatever they want on stuff.
like the word Angus beef. I know you go to Hyperbar and it says buffalo wing, and what you're getting is just normal wing pieces, not cut up. So, terminology, either they don't know the terminology or they don't care. Hello, local. Oh, right. I see that a lot. Hey, hello. That looks like somebody making brooms though. They don't look dry enough yet for brooms, but they look too dry for them. Hard to find a long handled broom here. I had to make one. Another piece of wood is popsicle sticks. I think I know this guy. This guy delivers stuff at my house here. One of the delivery drivers. Hey, yeah, it is. Yeah, he couldn't get to me to one day because that truck's not legal. And he couldn't go through the checkpoint. So he had to come back the next day with my package. Bringing me an Amazon delivery. Almost an hour. That's like 47 minutes already. Wow. That's a Mitsubishi pickup there, that one. And there's a lot of these kinds. Two different manufacturers I've seen so far. One called Gilly, and I don't remember how to pronounce the other one. Oh, here's an idiot. Passing fast on the outside lane. Dangerous. Suppose you get to the edge, shorter distance time, you're going to have somebody jumped out. No jump right all. It's right out of the front. That was a Suzuki Landy, that black truck. That's another one similar to a multi-cab, but they run a 4-cylinder, and you can get them 2 4-wheel drive. They haven't been importing them for a little while, so they're all older. But they're got a lot more leg room inside. That's what I'm actually trying to buy right now, is a Landy. Sort of halfway stuck between deciding if I want to try and save up enough to get a brand new Toyota sells a delivery van that's not much wider than a multi-cab and only about a foot or 2 longer than a multi-cab. You cannot get it as far as I know in four-wheel drive, although I'll find out. But they're brand new. They're around the same price as a Wego. They do not have back seats. They do not have back windows. But you can easily take it to anybody that does upholstery work, have seats put in it, have the welding shop, have the windows cut in the side, use the windows like they use on a on a Pedicab, and basically still have a passenger van but made from a utility van, and it still has the two sliding doors just like the multi-cab do. They'll slide back on each side and back to walk through. But you can buy a brand new Toyota made with left-hand drive, not converted. But they're around 700, they're just under 700,000 around with the reload. There's also a Suzuki van that's a little bigger called a APV, I believe it is, that does not also come with four-wheel drive, but it's a lot nicer, and I think they were originally made at 700. But they run right now, finding the used ones right around 300,000. Depreciation on the car is a lot lower here than in the United States. But you're going to find it. It's hard to find some old car somewhere. If it is, the registration has been shut down for a while. And what's weird is they still want the same money for that car, whether the registration is up to date or not. If it's a car selling for it's worth 300,000, they still want 300,000, and they're usually very rarely negotiable. You can get the little silver Jeeps here. I've seen them down to 60,000, and that's maybe with papers, and upwards of 300,000. Typically, the silver ones are not four-wheel drive, they're two-wheel drive. But getting one that has an up-to-date, you got to get up-to-date registration, or you can't title it in your name without paying the back registration and everything else. There's another Toyota Hilux that just went by. A lot of the four-door pickups. I think they're just too big physically. There's a road right up here, and this goes way, way up to. That might be the mayor of Dumageddon. Three black Toyota pickups in a row. I believe that was the mayor of Dauin. Yeah, that's what.
Why are you talking?
Oh, I'm talking to people. What are you talking? What are you doing? Huh?
What did you say?
What did I say? So what are you doing? You don't know? I don't know either. Look at the camera. The wave. Hello. You can't look at me when you wave. You gotta look at the camera. Wave to the people. Hello. I just got her these things. I'm gonna lose all over the place. Yeah, you will. Well, folks, that's been almost an hour. Man, some of the, you can hear how noisy some of this shit is, man. That's where you're along the side of the road. I don't care if you're back in the building or not. If you're along the side of the road, here, he's coming with his lights on. Not in any hurry. He's not trying to get anybody out of his way. But it's an ambulance running with his lights on. And that's just the way it is here, man. You expect the lights to be on. You never know whether they need to get by here or not. It's better just get out of the way anyway. But, oh man, look at how it's angled out. That bike's coming apart. Back wheel didn't even line up to the front one. That might have been more than one bike welded together. Front wheel was much smaller than the back tire, so it might have been two different bikes welded together. But wouldn't surprise me down here. Well, anyway, an hour of boring street video. Welcome to the Philippines, everyone. This is what you're going to run into out here outside of Dumageddon, out on the national road. pretty much this. And I don't know, everybody, welcome to the program.
No, don't turn it off.
Don't turn it off. Why am I not turning it off?
No.
Why?
Not
Why?
Video more.
Video more? Videos for hours.
Video live.
Oh my God. You know how long an hour is? Nobody's going to watch it this long. Nobody's ever going to see this end of this video.